speaker is Jeff Shute. Jeff has been in Toastmasters for 5 years. He is a polished and vibrant speaker. He knows how to master the stage and relate valuable information to his audience. Jeff is preparing to give a presentation on the topic of sales prospecting outside of Toastmasters. His objective is to get comfortable with giving this speech. Please help me welcome Jeff Shute to the stage.
That part about being a vibrant speaker, I did not write that. Thank you, that was beautiful.
I think Scott one time said that if you don't write a nice long introduction, a Toastmaster can say whatever they want.
Oh, and so you did. I am, however, very wired. You got that, right? I'm wired up to do this. It works on 2 levels. It's so cool. Raise your hand if you've ever owned a business or you own a business right now. Very good. That means you're probably in sales. You look for customers. I've been in business and in the business of selling since I was 17, almost 43 years. One thing that I've learned, and you've probably learned as well, is that referrals are the best way to get customers. A neighbor, a friend refers somebody to you, and then you do business with them. That's been the best. There's a company in California called Virtual Selling Associates. They polled a lot of salespeople and found that 77% of salespeople that they polled find prospecting by referral to be the best way to go. The challenge is, how do you do that? I found that networking is the best way to do it. Networking. You've got your networks of neighbors, friends, church associates, business associates, people you meet at various functions. There are a lot of challenges though. How do you get really good at networking and getting referrals? Frank, Sundesk, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the name of your company.
Yes, sir.
You started that company in 1973, right?
Basically, yeah.
It's been a long, long time, hasn't it? Since then, what you've done is, well, you've become a member of the Decorative Concrete Hall of Fame, correct?
That's correct.
And the Decorative Concrete Council. You're a charter member, right?
Yes, sir. How do you know this?
Well, by golly,
It is homework.
it's called homework. LinkedIn. Look up Frank on LinkedIn. Very good stuff about him. Frank, I hope you don't mind. I did some homework on you.
You did.
I wasn't stalking you, buddy. If you feel threatened, I wasn't stalking. I was just doing my homework.
Oh, you forget that other part. You didn't get my jail record in there.
I did miss that, but there are other places you can go to find that out. Have you done a lot of referral business over the years?
I live by it.
You live by it. That's what I was betting on when I put this talk together, is that Frank is a great example of referral prospecting. When it comes to networking, there is a challenge. It's called the networking disconnect. You go to a function, it could be a wedding, it could be the Chamber of Commerce, it could be Toastmasters. You meet somebody, you make the connection, but a week goes by, 2 weeks goes by, a month. Before you know it, that person has forgotten about you and you've forgotten about them. The best thing that could have happened is that they would become a part of your network and the relationship develops. You see, that's the thing about referral prospecting. Relationships, it's all about that. It's not about hunting for sales, it's about farming, developing that relationship. So if you meet somebody at a function, how do you keep that relationship going? I learned something cool, and I've practiced part of this for many years, but Dr. Ivan Meisner and Brennan Scanlon put together a book, Avoiding the Networking Disconnect. And I like the principles that they taught, and I use it, and I've used this kind of thing for years. It's called the 24/7 follow-up system. 24 hours after you've met somebody, send them a note. Send them a note through the mail or send them an email. Either way, reach back out. I like to send an email. It's quicker, it's faster, it's easier to do. Okay? All we're going to do when we do that 24-hour follow-up is say, it was a pleasure meeting you. I hope that our paths cross again soon. That's it. You follow? Pleasure meeting you. I hope we meet again sometime soon. Then, 7 days later, thanks to the internet and social media, connect with them. Connect with them on LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever sandbox they like to play in, if you happen to be able to find that out. In business, a lot of times it's LinkedIn, and that's my favorite. I've been able to resurrect relationships from people that I haven't talked to for years just by reaching back out, and saying, how are you doing? And then continuing to work on the relationship. But again, 24/7, connect on LinkedIn. Remind them that, hey, we met at the wedding of so-and-so a week ago. I just wanted to touch base and see what you're doing. That's it, okay? Just reminding them where you came from so that it's not a cold connect on LinkedIn and you don't appear creepy like I did with Frank. And then finally, 30 days later, you have the opportunity where you're going to kind of get out of your comfort zone a little bit and you're going to suggest, hey, again, we met a month ago, at such and such a wedding or whatever the function was. I like your business. I'd like to hear more about it. Could we have a cup of coffee? Could we go have, lunch together or something like that? All right? Now, what you're trying to do here is you're going to offer to help. You have to give before you can get. Now, if you did this right, when you join them on LinkedIn or whatever, you're going to see what they're posting, what they're saying, okay? And you're going to compliment them. You're going to like what they post. You're going to say, hey, this was a great post. Thank you very much. You have to give in order to get. And then at that 30 days, you're going to offer to get together. Maybe there's something you can do to help them grow their business. Frank, I know tons of people who have pools, and they might like some of your decorative concrete. I'd like to learn more about how you operate your business. Could we get together for lunch, say next Tuesday or Thursday? Which would be better for you?
If you're buying.
I'm buying.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, that's it. It's that simple. 24/7, 30. Now, some keys about this that I want everybody to understand is never try to sell somebody on LinkedIn, okay? It's like spamming. We don't spam people. It's about building relationships, right? You're trying to help them, get acquainted with them, praise them for their posts. Farming, right? Don't spam on LinkedIn. Don't send them emails and spam people that way. This is all about relationships. What makes this really work, though, is your discipline. You have to be consistent and do this. If we do this over years of time, you'll find that you'll have huge networks of people and you'll be making a lot of money. And then what you do is you retire like Frank, you help people at the prison, you help people at the halfway house down in Salt Lake, and you can do whatever you want. Madam Toastmaster.